It's really warm. Would you like a can of pop?
I would like a can of pop.
Okay. Oh, God. This isn't, like, a sponsored bit, but if Pepsi Max wants to send us some free cans of pop, I won't say no. Coke Zero, you don't bother. It's not good. Work on your recipe and then we'll talk. It's so bad, isn't it?
I don't mind Coke Zero.
But if someone said, do you want Coke Zero, do you want Pepsi Max, what would you choose?
Well, probably Pepsi Max.
Exactly, of course you fucking would. Get it right. David Bowie was, to put it simply, a big dick boss-ass legend. Famed throughout the world as a singer, songwriter and large wang owner, there are few people on earth who don't know who David Bowie is. Oddly though, few people know how to actually pronounce David Bowie's name correctly, which is hardly surprising given that David Bowie didn't know either.
So I'm assuming that that's not his real name then?
No, given that he didn't know how to fucking pronounce it, and David Bowie was actually born David Duncan Jones, and which sounds less like, a rock legend and more like a fucking bank manager, doesn't it? It's just not cool, is it? Like, is there something about David Bowie?
I believe I might be of service.
The reason he ended up changing it is because he didn't want to get confused for Davy Jones, the singer of the Monkees.
Not the pirate captain.
Davy Jones. Well, the thing is though, if it would have been Davy Jones, the pirate captain, I think he'd have gotten away with it, but it's another musician. I don't think musicians have the same thing as actors do, because actors, when you join Equity, which is the British Acting Union and whatever the American equivalent is, you can't have the same name as another actor. And there are loads of stories of actors out there saying, yeah, I signed up to Equity or whatever, and some producer in his 80s who no fucker's ever heard of, who hasn't made a movie in 30 years, has my name, so I have to fucking change it. Shit sucks. And on the flip side, there are a lot of stories out there of actors with quite unique names who were similarly advised to change them because they were too weird, like the famous one being Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the reason I always bring that up is because he was credited in his first movie as Arnold Strong.
Is anything wrong?
What could be wrong? Everything is perfect. Everything's in its place.
And then what I found out recently was Keanu Reeves.
Is that not his real
No,
name?
the Keanu Reeves is his real name.
Right.
And I think Keanu's it's Hawaiian for cool temperate breeze over a waterfall. And it sounds sexy, Keanu Reeves. It flows off the tongue like warm caramel. When he first became an actor, his agent said, how about you go by Chuck Spadina?
So it could have been John Wick Parabellum starring Chuck Spadina.
Yeah. And we could have had Terminator starring Arnold Strong. It's the thing is though, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger is my favourite example of it because at the apex of his career, it just said Schwarzenegger. It just said that on movie posters in giant bold letters, and it was fucking awesome. You knew a movie was going to be awesome when you just saw in block impact text Schwarzenegger. It's like, fuck yeah, it is. Love that shit. Do you think movie poster designers got annoyed when he first entered the scene? Happens a lot with footballers, doesn't it? Like when footballers have really long last names and they've got to fit them onto the back of their shirt and they have to use the smaller font. What's the German guy? Is it Schweinsteiger or something like that, isn't it? He's got a super fucking long last name. It's oh man. I'm not sure if he's going to make it in, but a friend of mine sent me a screenshot. It's oh yeah, look who I've been talking to today via email. And it was a guy called Big Hard Willie. so his name is spelled Big Hard Willie. And I'm like, my man. Another one was, my mate works in insurance. He said, I had to call a guy called Ronald Hodgepodgerer. I'm like, what the fuck is that name?
I'd love it if Ronald Hodgepodgerer is watching right now.
Right, Ronald, good lad, man.
Got a great name.
But
Never change it.
He said he called him up. It's like, is that Mr. Hodgepodgerer? It's like, yes, it's something I missed. Or was it Felix Baumgartner? That always cracked me up when I saw it.
It's Baumgartner,
It's Baumgartner. I don't care what. He's Baumgartner now. If I've got to be small dick, he's Baumgartner.
So Bowie changed his original name because he didn't want to get confused with someone else?
Yes, changed from David Jones to David Bowie.
But why did he choose David Bowie?
As a direct allusion to the famed American frontiersman Jim Bowie, the knife guy. David Bowie changed his name to David Bowie after Jim Bowie, but assumed that it was pronounced David Bowie. Went to Scotland, where he assumed that Bowie came from, realised they pronounced it Bowie, and got all kinds of confused. And then you have dickheads like me who pronounce it Bowie, not Bowie or Bowie. And apparently, after a couple of years, David Bowie noticed that people were also pronouncing it Bowie, Bowie, and Bowie. Oh, fucking hell, that took some effort.
So which one did he actually use in the end?
Well, Bowie originally said Bowie, and then Bowie, But then after a while, he just got confused and started using a combination of all three, depending on where he was.
Because it's his name, so obviously, even if the pronunciation wasn't right, you meant to go by what he said it was.
Yeah, and he changed it. And there's an interview with like Jeremy Paxman where he asks him, so are you David Jones, like, you know, the young boy from London, or are you David Bowie? And he goes, I don't know. I don't even know how to fucking pronounce it.
Bowie, Bowie.
How
I don't even know how to pronounce it anymore. I've lost track.
People pronounce it Bowie, people pronounce it Bowie. I don't care anymore. And I like to think like the end of that sentence was, I'm rich, but I'm rich and I shag supermodels all the time. But just the idea that, like, there's three different pronunciations and there are arguments online for all three being the only correct one, because of course there fucking are. And we've been on the receiving end of this after one of our other videos about Bowie, because me and you pronounce it Bowie, not Bowie or Bowie. And all three are correct in the eyes of David Bowie or Bowie or Bowie. But it's very weird, isn't it? Like, even the guy himself didn't know how it was pronounced and just gave the fuck up, which I find quite hilarious. Like, he got to a point like, you know what? Fuck it. It doesn't matter if you can't pronounce it, you know the fuck I am.
Yeah, it's a different situation to J.K. Rowling, who insists that it's pronounced a certain way, and that's how it's...
And everyone in the world except a subsection of Americans pronounce it the right way.
But obviously with Bowie or Bowie, there's various ways to pronounce it.
It's regional, the way you pronounce his name.
He never picked one, by the sounds of it.
And he picked the wrong one, because I'll say he picked after Jim Bowie, not realising it pronounced Bowie, so it was Bowie, realised it was Bowie, and then Bowie came about
if he named himself after Bowie, then it should be Bowie.
Yes.
And then if he called himself Bowie, then that's what he obviously...
No, he calls himself Bowie, not Bowie.
Bowie. So he obviously thought Bowie was the way he wanted it to be.
This is such a fucking mess. Oh, I'm hoping that I thought I did quite well on the tongue twister earlier. Did that make sense to you?
Yeah, it did make sense.
Okay, good.
Obviously the 17th take of it, though.
Just
pull by that curtain there.
Nothing will ever beat the Mr. T one, which I got in one fucking take. So we master Mr. T with a PhD and an OBE who lives by the sea, who is really free and is happy and full of glee. Yeah, that was the first time we did it. Yeah! Beer can't stop me. Yes.
Well, the worst thing we've ever done for that was when you wanted to do all three of those bake-off incidents in one take.
Well, right, one change that would change. Member of the. Oh, fuck! Damn it! Oh, get this right! Damn it! Oh, fuck! Bollocks! The Mr. T one's the best one though. Yeah. I got that in one go, and you didn't think I could do it, and I did. And I pulled it off. It was great. So yeah, David Bowie did not pronounce his own fucking name, but then again, neither did anybody else apparently.
Do you reckon we'll ever get a response from Pepsi Max?
I hope we do, because it's nice not paying for things, but I don't hold that much hope. You know, well, it would be nice. Like, who is it who runs Monster? Is that Coca-Cola or is that PepsiCo? It's one of them. So whichever company out there runs that, send me some free Monster and I'll drink it in a video. I'm going to do that anyway because I'll buy it, but give me it for free. Give me free things.
I love their incentive there is
I'll
either
do it anyway.
have it advertised or have it advertised but you pay for it instead.
It's like one of my favourite jokes from Rick and Morty is where they have an extended sequence where it's Rick going, oh, we're going to get Nintendo 3DSs, they're all on special, we can all buy the special Zelda edition and save money and then flip them for $100, then we all get to 3DS each, so we can play 3DS with each other. And then he looks direct to camera and goes, send me free stuff, Nintendo. It's like, that's what I want, send me free shit. It's great. What's the point? Well, we don't do ads in these videos. We don't do fucking sponsorships or plugs. Give me some. Come on.
I love how, like, because I'll say to you now, what products would you like to be sponsored by, like, for free, for giving you free stuff? You're going to say beans, and that means you have to eat beans on video.
I don't eat beans on video. I reached out to Heinz and they said no.
Really?
I also reached out
to
I also reached out to the company who does Henry Hoovers, saying I will plug your Hoovers in any capacity if I can partner with you, and they also turned me down. I'm still Henry gang. Henry for life.
Still Henry. You weren't spurned.
Still fucking love Henry. But yeah, I think the only thing, like sponsorship that would ever make sense is a drinks manufacturer, because the only thing we like is a constant between videos is that we usually have like a can of pop or a cup of tea or a bottle of beer or something like that. So that's the only real sponsorship deal that would make sense. It's the only one that could be organically fit within the video. Do you know why it is? It's because whenever you see like big YouTubers and they're like doing a stream or whatever, and you look at their house and it's just full of stuff you know they didn't fucking pay for, or they've got like the Red Bull fridge behind them full of Red Bull, and it's like, you didn't fucking pay for that, that's all free. That's what I want. I don't want lots of money. I just want free shit. Because I've talked about it before and said, I would rather get to the point where I'm famous enough or well-liked enough that people give me things for free, rather than being rich enough to just pay for them. Because I much prefer the idea of walking into a bar, going up for a drink, and the guy goes, "Oh, don't worry, Karl. You don't have to pay here, mate." And then going in and just saying, "Oh, I want a big bottle of champagne," and slamming down a fat wallet. The former feels cooler to me.
To clarify as well, the free shit is coming from big
companies who can afford it, not people watching the videos.
People are watching now, we're going to message and be like, "Oh man, I can send you this, I can send you that."
Regular people watching this video, you do enough by watching the videos. I'm talking about the massive companies who are like, "We'll give you lots of money." So no, just send me free stuff. That's all I want. It's like, if there's any big drink, just send me some cans of pop. I'd love that shit.